Yeah. So before starting the this DevOps tools, so we need to start know the some what are the tools in the DevOps class we will learn. So that's I will show first. So I will share my paint screen. So desktop I will share. So so this is a paint location. So I will try to what are the main aspects. So I will divide into three parts mainly. So what we will learn in the DevOps. First we will learn about three blocks, because when you want to go to the destiny, so the last achieving point, so we need to know what are the things first. So starting point to ending point, that's the important. So I will draw three parts now. So first part, like code related things we will learn. SCM, I will say SCM, what is the name I will give. SCM git, comma, GitHub, okay. So GitHub and GitHub, as well as one more thing, Azure repos. So we will run first in the first block actually these things. So apart that, some more things I will give the information. That is a Bitbucket and well as GitLab. So I will explain that's also. This is the first part. Next part, second. First we need to know what are the things this in this class, in this training we will get, and finally what is what, and finally we will get the requirement or not. So like that we need to know. So third part, so here. So second part, so Azure cloud, actually cloud totally. So here cloud means, so there is a n number of services, just I will show little bit, not much. So how many things will be there? Cloud. So this is a entirely totally another topic actually. So I am covering the almost 50 to 60 services, 50 to 60% of this cloud actually. So that is cover almost our requirements. Like compute. Compute means computer. Computer will the means performing the some calculations. So అందుకే కంప్యూటర్ అని నేమ్ వచ్చింది. సో దట్స్ వై కంప్యూట్. సో నెట్వర్కింగ్, స్టోరేజ్. సో ఐ విల్ కవర్ కంప్యూట్, I will cover networking, I will cover storage, I will we will use the web of services, so web. So we will know the net container, and we know sometimes database also. So almost important things, all the things we are covering the cloud. This is a cloud account. So normally we may heard about cloud computing. So Microsoft, Amazon, like that, Google, GCP, so digital ocean. So we will cover, so this much of things we will cover in the Azure cloud. Now this is the second.
So, oh, excuse me, within the Azure cloud, you mentioned. Can you share the screen again?
I'm sure means which one you want to see. So
Azure
cloud,
services. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
cloud.azure.com.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So in this, you're talking about networking and storage, right? So you'll be talking in depth of networking, like,
yeah,
uh,
yes, yes. Network means virtual network, so VNets and network security groups, and some of the firewall rules, like that. So most of the
okay.
load balancers, all things, if you need, I will explain. So I will cover the all aspects, but practically Lab Explorer will be subnet and VNets, as well as that's the requirement only enough for the Azure DevOps actually.
Okay,
So, but
okay,
network security group, these are the network interface and public IP, private IP, dynamic IP, standard IP. So most of the topics I will cover. Okay, it will more than enough for you. And firewalls rules and some are there. So now the starting point is most of the people don't know. So that's will be if you are interested. So I will explore personally because that is not initially stable, not required. That's purpose, that much of need. As a DevOps requirement, that is not required actually. So we will
okay,
connect in internal actually. That's a way different way. So cloud. So this is not a cloud actually subject. This is a DevOps subject actually. That's but I am covering. I said now before 50 to 60% of topic from the cloud. That's why I'm saying. That's why. Now,
so it's
next,
nothing but an admin perspective, right? Azure
this is a
cloud in the sense.
administration purpose and that perspective. Okay, okay, and as well as infrastructure code as a DevOps engineer.
Okay,
Terraform. So there is a infrastructure as a code. There is a method. So automation of the infrastructure. So that's the purpose also required. Not only a system administrator, like a cloud administrator. So here,
okay, okay,
third part, Azure DevOps. So we will learn all the concepts, maximum, uh, 70 to 80%. Maybe I will miss 20%. I don't know exactly 100%. I will 100. That's not correct. So yeah, 70 to 80% DevOps, including CI and CD concepts as a classic editor methods. There is a pipeline. This will be not understood now, but just understood that these are the topics I am going to the. This is my curriculum. So classic editor pipelines and YAML based pipelines. So this is will be not understood still now, but I am giving the three blocks like first part code related and second part cloud related and third part Azure DevOps related. So in that there is a in-depth some classic editor methods, pipelines, and all the things. So even service connection, lot of topics. So I will cover most of the 80% in DevOps, all the pipelines, including four real-time projects. That's a very very important. So what are the things we are learn in the through this one, and so before that, second part, third part, I will give some of the things like after this one small block I will add like. So this is like Azure Cloud Shell as well as Azure PowerShell. So how to create a virtual machines cloud creations with Azure Cloud Shell, Azure PowerShell, Azure AGCLI. So these topics will cover. Just to remember as a this is a just technical term. There is a functionality will be performed using these tools. These are the tools. So next Azure Bicep. Next uh, no Azure, only Terraform. Even you will be get a job only on this only in the market. Huge demanding area actually. This is small part, but this is a very very high demanded part in the cloud. You if you are working with cloud, this is a very very important actually. So that I will cover. So that's the thing. Next, there is a
so
four pipelines.
those are
Yeah,
all infrastructure related. These are all
yeah,
Azure cloud shell.
yeah. Not Azure. So Terraform if you are using now, so you can create with Amazon Web Services as well as GCP. You can work with Digital Ocean. So anything you can work with Terraform. So you can work for anything, any cloud. So this is very important Terraform comparing to the. So next Microsoft related, then Bicep is the very very important, and next PowerShell is the very important. Then Azure CLI, then Cloud Shell. So going to the top priority Terraform, then Bicep, then PowerShell, then CLI, then Cloud Shell, like that. So four project, one is a Java, one is a one is a .NET, one may be a PHP or Databricks related because it will be a high paid services Databricks. So data science actually artificial intelligence related to pipeline. So that project, so as a DevOps engineer, we will what is the role and our project will be created for Databricks. So and one more is that so AKS Kubernetes microservice related one pipeline we will create. So these the four project I will deliver as per real time. So so in the real time means in the really organization how they are creating and how they are using how they are you are participating in a project as a contributor. So that's the thing everything will be addressed on this one. Same thing. Then so after that I will so this is the first, second, third. In that, this is a very important. After that, here, so monitoring purpose, some tools is there. So monitoring. So I will explain the monitoring tools. So lot of tools is there. So like Splunk, Grafana, Prometheus, and Azure Monitor. So Elastic Stacks, ELK. So a lot of things is there. So as per requirement, Nagios. So I will explain some of the things and mostly our project Azure. So we will stick to the Azure Monitor. Then we will understood the different concept for interview prospective, interview how to crack. So that's our goal. So and doing the job whenever. So knowing one thing, it is better. Then you can understand the you can apply all the that what are the learn skills you can experience your gained experience during the practice. So you can apply to that one and you can easily crack that's also. So these are the things I will cover in whole curriculum. So now we are learning about this is a journey like a source code management, Git and GitHub and Azure repos. Now we will learn about Git today. Any people is joined or not? Yeah, some okay crowd. Great. So we will try to understand the Git. So what is the purpose of this one? First, before that, whenever you are learning about anything software or anything, so may you may use physically tools like hammer and some things to screwdriver or tester. So what you will do, so first you know that so there is a requirement, so that requirement is like I will create another pane to and these documents, what are the class documents, so will be posted on my blog. It will be available for all anytime. I will copy paste in my Word file and I will publish in the like a blog actually to understand the various time. So some situation. So then so why need tools means there is a requirement. That's why there is a new tool. So now what is our requirement? So there is a code we are creating actually. So when you go into the creating code, so there is a so try to when I delivering the class, there is a technical terms continue adding. So means new words will be introduced. సో కొత్త వార్డ్స్ వస్తుంటాయి. సో వాటిని గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని బాగా రా నోట్స్లో కానీ ఎక్కడ కానీ రాసుకొని బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. సో టెక్నికల్ టర్మ్స్తోనే మనం ఇంటర్వ్యూను ఇవన్నీ క్లియర్ చేయొచ్చు. అవి గుర్తుకు రావు టైంకు ఎందుకంటే ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ సమ్ టైమ్. సో దట్స్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. సో విజువల్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ most people know that. So Visual Studio Code I will open VSC. So don't confuse and this is a lot of so code is not there and you are showing lot of code. So it is given by the developer only. So I take and download from the developer. So try to understood. So without code, I can't make a IT project. So this is a code given by the some developer. Just understood that they given code for me. That's the thing you understood. Now code. So these some developer writing the code like this. So I will open some Python or something thing. So this is better. So see there is a extension dot py means so I want to show this one only. That's why I open this one. Don't fear on this one anything. So dot py means it is a Python file and dot tf terraform dot exe. If I go download location, so may see that dot exe. This is a Windows application. So dot jpeg. This is will be no most of people because we are work with we are use the images. So based on the extension of the file, it will be understood that it is a that is the type of file. So this is the type. Type is a application. Type is a JPA. Type. So try to whenever you are working or whenever you are checking the file, please check this what is the type. It is a folder. It is a compressed zip folder. So try to know what is the type. It is a very important. So that's the thing. So now developer giving the code like this. Okay. So developer doing the code. Now we are understood that without code there is no nothing. So they are something doing by the our project developer doing something means we don't know, but they are doing the code. They are creating the code. So now situation arrived. So here that situations like that. SCM means source code management. SOURC source code manage. Spelling may be incorrect sometime. I am not a great person of English. That's the thing. So source code management and Git. So already we know manager will be do managing the things. Now code management tool will be do the code management. So what is the management of code? So source code management tool is that Git. Git is the one software. It is a open source means there is no license free. So we need to bind their rules and regulations. We can use as our development and all things. So now we are in the part of Git. So why need learn Git and why it is a use? So before using the hammer or screwdriver any tool, there is a requirement. There is a first requirement is that you need to use anywhere in your wall to put your one things. So that's the requirement is that's why you are choosing tool. So that is a hammer is the best. So first you knowing the about your tool. So first the purpose and how you can best utilize the tool. So try to understand the tool. What is the give the this if you are using Git, what is your achievement? So what is the backdrop also for the Git? So try to understand the usage and as well as profit as well as loss for that tool. So that's the thing. So when developing the code, so maybe this file like this is a one txt file or some Java file if you think. So like this is a file like ABC, not much of confused. So abc.jar file. So developers are there. So there is a developers. So I will check on this logo. Yeah, he is better. No, his name is Srinivas. And so Srinivas means you easily understood that this is a name, but location Hyderabad. Okay, location Srinivas and doing the project AB. So this file name is ABC jar and project name is essential. So project is essential. So he is the developer. He is a developer actually. Developer of Java. So Java developer. So not a DevOps engineer. So now one person is there here. Now he is writing code. So welcome to world. Then then after that he realized that he written this code at today 6 a.m. actually. Okay, 6 a.m. he written one statement like we welcome Java world. After realized that sometime he written the one more statement like he correction done. So what is correction? Welcome. So he need so there is a wrong. There is a need don't need a space. Welcome to need add and Java world. Then so this is happen at 7 a.m. Okay. So then okay is the one developer only will be not available. So one project having the one or three or five or 10 or 100 maybe developer will be there. So not only Srinivas, maybe a Ramesh also there. So I will select a Ramesh. He is a serious guy. He is the most experienced guy actually. Maybe. So I am keeping Ramesh. So I'm not giving as a name because you know the Ramesh is the name location. Now it is a pandemic situation. Everybody working from home and maybe somebody from Hyderabad, somebody from Vijayawada, somebody from different location. So he's from working from the Bangalore. So project also same essential only because without same project they can't meet connect with another person. So then project is essential. Then okay and developer also is also of Java. So he is adding the this file is kept in his laptop actually. He's developing his laptop. So and he's Ramesh is developing another file, another code. So this is a Ramesh. So same file name. So because you are working for the organizations, everybody write the same file and same code only. So this is file name also ABC jar, and they discussed each self and in teams they discuss you develop the first part I will develop a second part like they have a agreement in between the things. So he is developing from this location like a printing function perfect. After that he also corrected some correction done. So print function perfect, some changes is there. Print function perfect. So okay, so there is a questions like arrived. So he's also sometime maybe like 6:30 a.m. is done 7:30 a.m. Yeah. Now there is a issues to maintain the code to maintain a code where we need to maintain and some questions will be arrive. So we'll try to address these things. So when Srinivas writing the code at 6 a.m. So welcome Java world and 7 a.m. correction done and welcome to Java world is development like the this is the development for that day and this Ramesh also same thing. And suddenly maybe he is the boss, so this is the boss better. He's the project in charge will came. So where is that? Yeah. So now the here better. Yeah, here better I think. So now the team manager and project manager and project lead is came in the picture. So his name is so these are things stories why I'm saying so. So because understanding the Git, so what is the purpose and what is the real time scenario when you speaking with project or anything. So why these are things we are using that requirement and all things we are trying to know. So this is a real time approach. That's the thing. So this name is the Ramakrishna, myself only. So I am asking the question to the Srinivas, what are things done today? What is the development? He says that so there is a I developed a code like welcome Java world. After that I realized that there is issue. So then I corrected some code on the part welcome to Java world. This is a things I done. So then okay fine. What about Ramesh? He said that this is oral communication doing. So Ramesh is saying that. So yes, I did one printing functions. So then same thing I did also. Okay, fine, great. So show me now. Then he is showing the Windows team is presenting screen and these things. So now is Ramakrishna asking like, so when you are creating this Java world, so just I typed just that time happened, but here there is no time showing. So he's saying that today morning I think 6 or 6:15 I did this one. After that 7 or 7:15. So then Ramakrishna asking, so what? Tell me what is the correct time? Are you developed this day or yesterday done and showing the work today only? He's saying asking means there is a no addressing or no tracking of work your work whenever you are working and what is the development today and what is the things you are added so no tracking of the code so when you are done and who is and see that welcome to Java and also and who developed this code asking by the Ramakrishna. So I myself only no you are google it and they just saved there is no name for your code. So who are done development there is no identity. So there is a here points is bullet points is that see first one is that tracking. So time tracking and all thing revision otherwise this is a very important term revision of history of the code revision history of the code is missing normally you are developing on your laptop like that. See if I suppose I kept a dot now and saved. Now I deleted a dot and saved. Any changes? Here I can found anything I did dot and after that I remove dot. So any can't find the history and tracking of the code. So that's the same thing happened to the Srinivas here. So that's the first one. And one more things. Here now I changed dot plus now I am put I kept as a one dot here. I can add and I after that I will remove add. So control plus and then okay. So but who added a dot and who removed a dot? So that development identity identity mean missing identity missing. Okay, these two things major contribution of the Git requirements. Now one more things, he is working from the Hyderabad, he is working from the Bangalore. How they are collaboration will be done? Collaboration means team organization. How they can team viewer. So if you are he is developed code and he developed code, so how they are can send the code through mail, through SharePoint, Google Drive, or anything third party WhatsApp, web app, WhatsApp, Telegram, It is not correct. It is organization level, high level security. Don't share and don't know not to use social media and even mail also. Code sharing, mail also not correct and not security point of view. It is a wrong policy. So that's why the collaboration is missing here. So this JBC jar and this ABC jar, and they need to club, they need to add together, they need to mix, or there is a merge. There is a concept merge. So we need to mix and both code. So Ramesh is Bangalore and Srinivas is Bangalore, and they need to work on collaboration. So the collaboration is missing here. One more thing, identity missing, tracking of the history of revision of history is missing, and collaboration missing. So these are all the things missing, and ID. And suppose who is the made of code first? So now 6 a.m. is first. Today 7 is first, and 6:30 a.m. first. But when you mix, suppose we can add the in the mix. We are merged the code. Like luckily we are merged unexpectedly. Unexpectedly we merged the code. Great. But who is made first? Who is made here in development? Who is the first developer? Who is the winner? Like that. So if you are mix this thing, we can't know who is the done and who is the first done, and so the time. So identity is also missing, and there is a tracking identity also missing. That's why time identity also missing here. Means that's why this Ramakrishna asking that you are developed today or yesterday. So there is a addressing of your, you can't explain your work, you can't show your work performed identity. So these are things, issues there normally when you developing the developer point of view. So why you are learning DevOps engineering means you need to understand the that thing, and you may use the uh, some commands. So anything is in the software, we will perform the commands format only. So normally most of the people in even higher education people also normally will they will do like in the CLI. This is a CMD, command prompt. So this is a CLI, command line interface. There is a two things will be there. User interface, U, UI. So user interface, that is a GUI, otherwise graphical. Like you can use mouse here. We are seeing the GUI only, graphical user interface. This is a CLI, command line interface. So there is a entering the commands only horizontal. Horizontal means this is the horizontal, and vertical means this is the vertical. Sorry, this is the vertical. So that's a horizontal and that's a vertical. So you can enter the commands as horizontal only. So normally you can make a like mkdir directory creation. These commands maybe most of the people know mkdir, some test folder, and this is a some commands we can perform on the things. Okay. So these are the things we are missing. That's why it will be all tracking by the Git. So Git software. So when you go into the browser, Git, just type Git or Git download. So this is the open source. So you can, whenever IT is the most important that anything you are seeing. So please try to read some more, some one or two, three statements, because learning is the keys important component of the IT. So anytime you, whenever you are seeing the new thing, try to understand, try to read some about that things. Then only you may get the some information knowledge and up to you may up to date. That's the thing. So Git is a free open source software distribution version control software. So version say version. So one term is also came version. So tracking changes and something. So try to read after that. So we can download the for Windows. We can download for the Linux also. So 64-bit. My system is 64 support. So download like this. After that, go to this folder location. Don't run directly. Maximum some people there is a different. So run as the administrator anytime. Any software try because you will give full sorry you will giving the total permissions. So that's the thing administrator just install. So I'm not going to install actually. Oh yeah, okay great. So actually I already installed Git, so I'm installing once again. This is things you need to do in your laptop for the practice of Git. So one more word we got like a version. So I will go for the creation complete. No? So release notes not required. So finish. So this is a way you can install easily Git. So this is a Git. Why you are using Git means this is the problems we are getting the when creating the development. So that's why we are using the Git. So Git will be eliminate the issue of tracking. So how it will track? So I will show in the one execution of the command. Then, so there is a commands will be there. So Git having a commands. So we already know that CMD. Just why I showed CMD means here. So now I install Git. So now Git hyphen help. Help means so help you after installing help. So it will showing the some commands. So command as per after that there is the explanation of the command usage. So everything is there. This is the first. So installation of the Git. So Git will be first thing. So what is that? Tracking of revision. So it will be resolve the history of the revision. So welcome Java world and who are it will be show the difference and when it is capture the time. So Git will capture the time like 6 a.m. and 6 7 a.m. Anything changes will be changes be tracking and captured by the Git software and tracking it will show the history of the total changes and it will give the identity who was done like Mr. Srinivas. So he will it will show like Srinivas email address, Srinivas first name and as well as email and it will give a time identity like some number like this. So with the time and with seconds with very unique number it will generate a very unique number. It will be not matching even URL also sometime. Why? Because it will be create on the your name with the time and some characteristics. So it will be created one unique number. It may be 10 or 11 numbers. So that unique number having the ID. So who are for each development means for this one also one number it will create a one some number series. This one also it will create a one number. So that number having the very unique means it will not match to anything like a secret code. And after that that secret code who is created by Srinivas. So Srinivas name also will come and his mail ID. So I want Srinivas. So in project maybe a hundred of Srinivas, same surname also. So then finding the Srinivas very difficult. Then mail ID also will be there and it will show the history. So Srinivas, when this development welcome Java done and welcome Java done well correction done. So this changes we also can find with Git softwares. So these are and collaborations. One more thing. So he is in from Hyderabad. He is an essential. Sorry, he is in the Bangalore. So mixing the code both are will be possible with GitHub. There is a remote repository. That's a thing. We will collaboration. We will understood next classes, further classes. So that's the thing. Now this is the commands. So git and things. We will now when I install the Git, it will showing these commands. Using these commands like Git help. Now this is a CLI command line interface. So I will do these the things. I will explore the real time perspectives as per this image. So I will capture this image for the tomorrow class for the next real time. These we said that I'm saying that this is the elimination doing and it will be useful for the Git. So I will apply for this real time requirement is meeting or not. So I will create a one exercise lab exercise in my local laptop. Local I am why saying so laptop is a local means you are in you can find the your laptop in with your hands, but remote means far from a distance. It is a, like your friend asking some helping from the laptop. That time you can install any desk tools, so you will make control your that system from your hand. You can, that is the remote machine. Try to understand local machine and a remote machine. This is a very important. I will continue on the next classes. So I will save this image because tomorrow we need to discuss on this one. Yeah. Now the time is the questions on this class. Having a doubt or require don't have any doubts to all.
So yeah, 1 second. So can you go to the course content wherever you shared us the
Course
screenshot?
content. Okay.
The
You on
screenshot.
the okay, okay. You are on more interest on course content. Huh? Okay.
No, not about that. Just I want to know
Yeah.
like how many weeks you are covering for each concept. So regarding the
There is
Git.
a recording weeks means I may covering on the based on the completion. So if you are going the delivery, there is a certain limits not there. So based on the activation that completion of the part only. Maybe this cloud is a more than 15 days.
Okay.
Hmm? This is maybe weekdays. So this is weekdays. This is maybe this is also more than weekdays. Okay, this is also more than weekdays. So this is 15 days maybe.
So the total course it might be like 60 days complete, two
No,
months.
no, 3 months actually. So why
Oh,
three
3 months.
months means it is why 3 months? It will complete early also. These pipelines and all things maybe 2.5 months it will get. After that, some of the knowledge required on the above Azure DevOps like monitoring and some. So you are getting these things. After that, you have a certain level of skill, upgrading to the certain level your skill. So then I can deliver the some extra topics. That's the time. So
Okay,
like
okay.
so
And
initially, if you are giving this one, it is not possible for that.
no, no, that's fine. So I got some estimations on that. And then uh,
Yeah.
you said you are explaining about four major projects, right? So
Yes.
with the how you are explaining that four projects? So
Yeah.
once you done the
Now,
implementation,
now,
y-
yes. Now today only I explain one class. Just give us some brief demo. So I will show like that. So how I deliver that the projects means. So if you we are working CSCD, so there is a Java project. So what I do now? So I will get the code from my local laptop. I will develop that application. So I will show what is the locally system, what is exposing. Today I created one .NET project actually, .NET. So just I will explain and otherwise I will run the sim command, run the command I will. It may not understood maybe. So just I will run one command .NET run. So this is code given by the what happening? So this code is given by the some developer. Try to understand. I am not a developer. So I get the sample code. Mhm. Now it is the application is running. S- So it is building the application and all things. So this is initially people don't understand. No issue. So just I want to. So I will run this .NET application on my laptop and I will make a pipeline for that as this physically what happening, developer what is doing and DevOps engineer what you need to do and what need to do no. So for this requirement of this, so I build this application and all things I can able to run this application. So these are all the things no. So this is the things before that I will give to the our on the class. So I will expose this is saying that it is will running on this application. Now I'm pasting this URL. See, this is the .NET application lively running. So I need to use this application in the cloud next level. So through, so this is a pipeline actually. So this is the area we are running the pipelines using that application exposing to CI/CD. We will make real what is happening before ground level as a developer. After that, how we'll run in the local system and how we checking working fine are and how we are making as a CI/CD pipelines, continuous integration, continuous delivery. That's both are we will run like a four project. I think you may understood.
Yeah, yeah. So is it mandatory to get the project from the local?
No, that is not requirement. But when you are saying when a developer know everything, but a DevOps engineer don't know, na? So you may understood the basics and behind of the projects. But most of the people even don't know single IT requirement knowledge. That's why I need to show what is happening ground level and where is the path. So there is a project requirement is there, correct? It is mandatory running the local application. That's DevOps engineer need to when you some Docker Kubernetes files. So their Docker image build. So he need to explore on the local environment. Then only he can write the perfect Docker file. There is a concept is there. So it is better. So then he may check the folder. So you see, now I did a mistake here. Before that, I executed some command from this CMD here and .NET run. So .NET run. It is not working. Why? So this is the error need to know actually. This is the problem we need to know as a DevOps engineer. Why? So that actually project is stored on this web app folder. Then only it will be work. So that path folder everything is need to understood by the so on the that prospect of technical. So she should know because we are filtering. That's the main like a pathing and characteristics and extension of the file all the things in the pipelines.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anybody like this doubts?